We all experience a battle within ourselves, a constant push and pull between who we are now and who we aspire to be. This internal conflict often feels like a silent war, waged not with weapons, but with thoughts, emotions, and deeply ingrained beliefs. It's the voice in your head that says, "You can't do this," or "You're not good enough." Even when a part of you longs to rise above and reach new heights. This isn't a conflict anyone else can see. It's a personal journey fought in the quiet moments of your mind. But what if I told you that this battle isn't really against the world or the people around you? It's you against yourself. Our subconscious mind holds the key to much of this struggle. From an early age, we are shaped by experiences, environments, and the beliefs passed down to us. These experiences create patterns, thoughts, and feelings that we repeat so often they become automatic. While these patterns might have helped us survive or navigate challenges in the past, they often become the very chains that hold us back. We start to believe the stories we've told ourselves: "I'm not smart enough," "I always fail," or "This is just who I am." These beliefs, etched deeply into our subconscious, become the framework of the battle within. The problem is that while one part of us dreams of a better future, another part clings to the familiarity of the past. Change feels uncertain, even threatening, because the mind craves what it knows. So when we try to take a step forward, the subconscious pulls us back, whispering doubts and fears, all in the name of keeping us safe. This is why we find ourselves stuck in cycles, repeating the same mistakes or falling back into old habits, even when we desperately want to move forward. The key to overcoming this internal struggle lies in recognizing it for what it is. It's not about fighting against yourself, but understanding why these patterns exist and how they've served you in the past. When you bring awareness to these automatic thoughts and emotions, you begin to loosen their grip. By acknowledging that the real conflict lies within, you empower yourself to take the first step toward transformation. You empower yourself to take the first step toward transformation. One of the most significant challenges we face in the battle against ourselves is the cycle of limiting beliefs. These beliefs are not just fleeting thoughts. They are deeply embedded patterns that influence how we see the world and, more importantly, how we see ourselves. They form the lens through which we interpret our experiences, and they dictate our actions, or lack of them. The problem is that most of these beliefs operate beneath the surface, running on autopilot, shaping our reality without us even realizing it. Limiting beliefs often stem from past experiences. Maybe you were told you weren't capable, or perhaps you failed at something and concluded you'd never succeed. These moments, though they may seem insignificant in hindsight, leave an imprint. Over time, they accumulate and become the stories we tell ourselves. "I'm not creative," "I'll never be financially stable," or "I'm not deserving of love." These beliefs feel real because we've lived with them for so long, but the truth is, they are not facts. They are perceptions, and perceptions can be changed. The first step in breaking free from these beliefs is to become aware of them. This requires courage because it means confronting the stories we've held onto for years. It's about questioning the thoughts that seem so familiar they feel like truth. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," ask yourself, why not? Trace that thought back to its origin. Was it something someone told you? Was it a result of a single failure? And most importantly, is it still serving you today? Once you've identified these limiting beliefs, the next step is to challenge them. This doesn't mean simply replacing a negative thought with a positive one. It's about creating new evidence that supports a more empowering belief. Take small actions that contradict the old story. If you believe you're not creative, try painting, writing, or solving a problem in a new way. The act of doing rewires your brain, proving to yourself that the old belief is no longer valid. Breaking the cycle of limiting beliefs is not about denying your past, but about refusing to let it define your future. It's a process of shedding the layers that no longer serve you and stepping into the version of yourself that you were always meant to be. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of any personal transformation. Without it, we remain blind to the habits, patterns, and thoughts that shape our lives. It's easy to go through life on autopilot, repeating the same behaviors and wondering why nothing changes. But self-awareness offers a powerful shift. It allows us to step outside of ourselves and observe, without judgment, what is truly happening within. When we do this, we begin to see the root of our struggles, and only then can we start to change them. Most people live in reaction to their environment. Something happens and they respond based on old programming, often without even realizing it. But when you cultivate self-awareness, you gain the ability to pause and reflect. Instead of reacting out of habit, you can choose your response. This is where your power lies, not in controlling everything around you, but in how you navigate it. Self-awareness is like holding up a mirror to your inner world. It helps you see where you're holding yourself back, where fear is guiding your decisions, or where doubt is whispering in your ear. And developing self-awareness starts with paying attention to your thoughts. What stories are you telling yourself? Are they rooted in possibility or limitation? Notice the emotions you feel throughout the day. Are they dominated by frustration, anxiety, or guilt? These emotions are signals, clues, pointing to deeper beliefs that might be holding you back. By simply observing without attaching to these thoughts or emotions, you create a space where transformation can begin. One of the most effective tools for building self-awareness is mindfulness. When you're present in the moment, you can observe your inner dialogue without becoming entangled in it. Journaling is another powerful practice. Writing down your thoughts and emotions helps you see patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. Even small acts of reflection, like asking yourself, why did I react that way? Or what was I really feeling? Can illuminate the subconscious drivers behind your actions. Self-awareness is not about perfection, it's about curiosity, it's about understanding that growth is a process, and that the more you understand yourself, the more empowered you become. With this awareness, you can begin to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the person you want to be, stepping closer to the life you envision. Emotions are at the heart of the internal conflict we experience. They are not just fleeting feelings, but powerful forces that shape our thoughts, decisions, and actions. Often, it is our emotional habits, those familiar states of fear, doubt, guilt, or frustration, that keep us trapped in a cycle of self-sabotage. These emotions, though uncomfortable, can become so ingrained that we mistake them for who we are. But the truth is, emotions are not fixed. They are learned patterns that can be unlearned. When we face challenges or strive for change, our emotions often become the first obstacle. Fear whispers, what if you fail? Doubt says, you're not capable. And guilt asks, do you even deserve this? These emotions, while seemingly protective, are rooted in the past. They stem from memories and experiences that conditioned us to feel a certain way in response to certain situations. Over time, these emotional reactions harden into habits, dictating our behavior without us even realizing it. The key to breaking free lies in recognizing that emotions are signals, not truths. They are simply feedback from your mind and body, reflecting the stories you've been telling yourself. By bringing awareness to these emotional patterns, you can begin to loosen their grip. For example, when fear arises, instead of avoiding it or giving it power, you can ask, what is this fear trying to protect me from? Is it truly relevant to this moment, or is it a remnant of the past? Processing and releasing these emotions is essential for transformation. One effective method is to sit with your emotions without judgment. Feel them fully, acknowledge their presence, and let them move through you. Emotions are energy, and when we resist them, they persist. But when we allow them to flow, they lose their intensity. Equally important is the practice of cultivating elevated emotions like gratitude, joy, and love. These emotions not only feel good, but also rewire your brain and body to align with a new way of being. Gratitude, for instance, shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, creating a fertile ground for growth. When you understand that your emotions are not your enemy, but your guide, you gain the power to navigate them with grace. By mastering your emotional state, you can step out of the cycles of the past and into the potential of the present. Reprogramming the mind is one of the most transformative steps you can take in the journey of overcoming yourself. Our brains are not static. They are adaptable and capable of incredible change, a concept known as neuroplasticity. This means that the beliefs, thoughts, and patterns you've carried for years are not permanent. With intention and effort, you can reshape your mind to align with the person you want to become. Many of the thoughts we think each day, up to 90% of them, are the same as the day before. These repetitive thoughts create well-worn neural pathways, making it easier to think and feel in familiar ways, even when those ways no longer serve us. This is why it feels so difficult to break free from old habits or start something new. But when you intentionally direct your thoughts and emotions toward new possibilities, you begin to carve out new pathways in the brain. Over time, these pathways become stronger, replacing the old patterns. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. When you vividly imagine a desired outcome, your brain begins to act as if it's already real. It doesn't distinguish between a vividly imagined scenario and an actual experience, which means you can train your brain to believe in your new reality before it physically manifests. Pair this with elevated emotions like gratitude or excitement, and you're not just thinking your way into a new life, you're feeling it into existence. Meditation is another key practice. It quiets the noise of the mind and allows you to access a state of calm where you can focus on creating a new mental blueprint. In this state, you can rehearse new ways of thinking, behaving, and feeling, embedding them into your subconscious. Affirmations also play a role in reprogramming. By repeating statements that align with your desired identity, you disrupt old narratives and instill new ones. The process of reprogramming your mind requires consistency. Just as physical muscles grow stronger with repeated use, mental and emotional muscles also strengthen with practice. Each time you redirect a negative thought, choose a positive emotion, or take an action aligned with your goals, you reinforce the new patterns. Over time, these practices shift you from being a product of your past to becoming the creator of your future, transforming not just how you think, but how you live. Becoming the best version of yourself is the ultimate goal in the journey of self-transformation. It's about stepping into your full potential and living a life that aligns with your highest aspirations. However, this process is not about perfection or achieving some idealized version of success. Instead, it's about growth, authenticity, and the daily commitment to becoming better than you were yesterday. One of the biggest obstacles to personal growth is the tendency to stay within the comfort zone. It's easy to settle for what feels safe and familiar, even when it doesn't bring fulfillment. But true transformation requires you to embrace the discomfort of change. It's in those moments of challenge and uncertainty that you grow the most. When you push beyond your perceived limits, you discover strengths and capabilities you didn't know you had. A critical aspect of becoming your best self is aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions. This alignment creates a state of coherence, where you're no longer pulled in different directions by conflicting desires or fears. Instead, you move forward with clarity and purpose. This requires intentionality, choosing each day to think empowering thoughts, cultivate positive emotions, and take actions that bring you closer to your goals. Another essential part of this journey is self-compassion. As you work toward becoming the person you aspire to be, you'll encounter setbacks and make mistakes. These moments are not failures, but opportunities to learn and grow. Treat yourself with kindness and remember that progress is not always linear. What matters is your commitment to keep moving forward. Surrounding yourself with supportive influences is also vital. The people, environments, and information you expose yourself to play a significant role in shaping your mindset and actions. Seek out those who inspire and uplift you, and let go of anything that drags you back into old patterns. Samuel James, Ultimately, becoming your best self is about showing up fully in your own life. It's about making choices that reflect your values, embracing the unknown with courage, and creating a future that excites and fulfills you. When you commit to this path, you not only transform yourself, but also inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of positive change.